this is 1.5 cup I'm using, so half cup, sister of it, and 1 tablespoon baking powder. So half tablespoon to each, 1 tablespoon to each 1 pound, 1 cup rather. Going with some salt. I don't normally go in with a lot of salt. Maybe quarter tablespoon or half. Probably can go half. I don't normally use a lot of salt. I'm gonna go with butter. And then you're gonna go with half tablespoon butter. So the butter is what is gonna help with the softness. So if you're not gonna use any butter, you can just use another half tablespoon of baking powder. So I use the butter to substitute the baking powder. Then you can do this to get all the butter out. Okay. So the butter can get everywhere, almost like breadcrumbs. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay, do this so you don't feel the butter all over. It's almost so great. You don't want to put too much butter in there because it's gonna get too buttery. It's not gonna be as nice. Alright. Then you're gonna go add your water gradually. Add water gradually until it's fully combined. We're doing step by step today. If you want, I can always measure and tell you how much water and approximately, but to be honest, that's not necessary. You know when it comes together. Just do it in small portions. Oops. Welcome in, guys. Thank you for joining me. There's an important step that you cannot afford to leave out, and I'm going to show that. Just make sure you stick around. This is what's going to make or break your dumplings, to make them nice and soft. I've learned this part recently. I've always been making dumplings. They were always good, but this part takes it to another level. So you can knead all you want. This part will help your dumplings to be soft. I've tried so many variations before, but this one actually is the best. So what we're gonna do next, now that everything comes together nicely like this, as I said, one time I was afraid to knead the dough, but I can't always knead it because of this part. Make sure your dough is not too tough. It's a little bit soft, right? This is what dough is looking like. Alright, the next part now, what you're gonna do, you're gonna leave this Gonna cover it with a paper towel, damp paper towel. Paper towel. I'm gonna cover it a little bit. I'm gonna put our pot on with the oil. I'm gonna put the oil in. Alright, it's a couple of minutes. What you're gonna do next, you can make, see, very soft now because of just putting it to rest. Put them in smaller parts like this. You're gonna make the dumpling, put them down to rest. Alright. So the resting period is what does help to make the dumpling nice and soft. I figured that one out recently. So you can always do that. So if you're just kneeling and then making, maybe that's why it's not as soft as you'd want it. I don't like making my dumplings very big, but it's up to you the size that you desire. I like when they're nice and small. So this is what we're going to do this, and then you also try and cover it again. So you make them, put them down, put them to rest again, cover it up, and trust me, if you follow this, I'm telling you, your dumplings are going to be nice and soft. Not nice. There's no word like that. Right?
So the bread hands in our bread.
Who name sitting there? Who name sitting there?
Sit on bread and kind of in our bread.
So these, putting them together. You don't have to do it this way either. You can kneel them into a different shape or form. Depends on how you want it. Just doing it this way because it's easy. So I want you to stay until even the first set is finished, so you can see what it's looking like, and then you can decide if you're going to try this method, right? As I say, it's up to you. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have these with. To be honest, you don't even need to have these with anything else. You can just eat these on its own. But I promise you, if you do your dumplings this way, they're gonna come out perfect. Mm? I've tried it several times, and it has not failed me over a couple of years. And since I came here in the last year and a half, I was struggling to get my dumplings right. But after trying this method, it allows them to really come together. So while I'm making them, I'm gonna do the same thing and cover them again. Right? Cover them with the damp cloth. Cover those that I make already, so they can start getting welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for the 6 persons who gave me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you. And remember to subscribe as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So we're almost gonna put them in now, and at that time we're gonna have to turn on. So this is most time my Sunday morning breakfast. So you can always join me here most Sundays, and you'll see me doing fried dumplings. Do it with a variety of things, whether it's gonna be callaloo cabbage, eggs, mackerel, saltfish, tin mackerel, anything. As I said, you can just enjoy it by itself. You actually don't need nothing else to go with it. The next thing you want to bear in mind is that your heat has to be very low. Well, medium to low heat. You do not want it on high. It's best to have it like midway, like maybe on a 4 or 3, so that the dumplings slow cook. You don't want outside to cook and inside to not be cooked. So if you do it this way, I promise you it will be good. Alright, so now we're all done with this. We're gonna turn over now to see if the oil is hot. Once it's hot, then we can go ahead. I'm just gonna do a test. It's not yet hot. Okay, cover it again because we're done with that. Okay, let's come over this side now. Here's our dough. So these actually kind of rise a little bit already, just putting them to rest. What I try to do is to just press them down a little bit more before adding them to the pot. I press like the middle. Right? And you can form it as neat as you want or as ugly as you want. You don't need to really do this part. You can just put them in just the same, but I like when it looks nice and neat. Then you add it to your pot. Okay. Press it down. Because of the rising agent in it, it's going to rise again. Press it down. It's that simple, guys. And then you struggle to make dumpling. You know how to make this? Make sure your stove is not on high, okay? This part is very important. You want it to slow cook. Cover back pot. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in the air fryer now. We're gonna have eggs with it too. move them over. Hi, hola, Akelo, and Chite. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. BTC phone, welcome in. So I'm actually preparing the eggs over here now. Could actually take these out, but I like them when they are golden brown. So I'm going to flip it over again so they can be golden brown. So you can see. you all for coming. Thank you. I'm gonna flip them over again so they can be golden brown, right? As I said, I like when they're golden brown. I'm flipping them over again. So these, actually take them out now. And I'm gonna show you them how it's soft it is. Set here. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to show you. See? Nice and soft. Look. See that? Nice and soft. Feels so good. So good. I eat all of it. I'm working on the egg. I remove some of the oil. Then we're gonna go into our egg. I won't put any salt or black pepper, the black pepper on it. I allow persons to do that themselves. What's right there? Where? Where? We. No. Let me go at the red and white one.
Red and white one.
Okay guys, so I'm basically done. Sharing it up. This is mine. Thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you so very much. I'm having just cantaloupe this morning because I want to eat up all of the cantaloupe. I'm having all of this for fruit. There we go. This one. Fried dumpling. Okay. So the last person I'm going to eat right now, so I'm just going to put everything into this bowl until they're ready to eat. So I'm going to cover this until the person's ready. Alright, thank you all so much for joining me. I have to go now. Take care now until the next one. Imagine that.